Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm in a different location again. This is not intentional, but I thought I would spice things up. But I'm talking about how to shop less. I feel that on YouTube there is a huge kind of, a huge trend of shopping, which is great. I love shopping, but there's also kind of perhaps a bit of a pressure to shop quite a lot. And you know, I'm at an age where I'm trying to save up and it's quite hard to constantly be focused on spending. And I haven't really seen any videos going around that kind of encourage you to shop less. Like, I know you can't make money from shopping less and you can't reward style that stuff, but I don't know, it's the kind of thing that I really would like to see because I'm constantly struggling to avoid the temptation of ASOS New In, things like that. And from the beginning of the year, I really tried to embark on a spending ban. I found it so difficult, but I did learn some different things along the way. This is a few of the tips I picked up on how to stop shopping. Well, shop less. So tip number one is head to your wardrobe. When I feel a bit uninspired and I really don't want to shop anymore, I go to my wardrobe, which is a bit of a mess, and I tip it all out. I put everything on my bed and I reorder it. At the moment, my wardrobe is in a kind of a colour coordinated situation. So I have things going from like whites to blacks to kind of more pastel colours, and that is how I view my wardrobe. But sometimes if I'm feeling a bit uninspired, I will switch that all up. So I might order it differently. Say I might have all my trousers together, skirts, tops, just so I view things differently. And it is like reshopping your wardrobe. I know people say this all the time, but I think it's really useful to kind of go back into your wardrobe and kind of pull things out and say, do I wear this? If I don't wear it, why do I not wear it? Does it not fit? Does it not look right? Do I not feel great in it? And if you don't, get rid of it because you don't need it. And I think when you can curate your wardrobe down to a stage where there are only things that you love in it, it becomes a lot easier to put outfits together. I look on Pinterest all the time and I see outfits of girls in like jeans and t-shirts on days where I'm like, I don't know what to wear, and I'm like, hey, I have all of these things sitting in my wardrobe ready at my disposal. So reshopping your wardrobe and reorganising it is the best thing to do. It takes a while, so make an afternoon of it. I think get Spotify on, get a great playlist together, get a cup of tea, get yourself sorted, and even have some friends around and then kind of have a real like, do I need this? A real Carrie Bradshaw moment, because trust me, it's the best thing you can do. My second point is pin before you shop. This is something that I did when I was on my spending ban. It really helped me consider what I was buying. And there are a few items that I normally look at on Topshop or ASOS and I would impulsively buy because, hey, Premier delivery! But it would make me kind of look at them and think, hey, do I really need that? Do I have room for it in my wardrobe, and is there a gap for it? And I think it's really useful if you put it on a pin board, like a saving up board, and then go back to it in a couple of weeks or a couple of days, and if you still like it, are still thinking about it, then that's when you know that it's probably sensible to invest. It kind of weans you off this impulsive shopping habit you might have. I'm really bad for kind of seeing something and being like, right, I need to get it. And I think especially if you're shopping in person, that's a real thing. So try and move things online sometimes, because that gives you more of an incentive to think it will still be there later in the afternoon. Like, I'm not leaving the shops, it will be there, and that's really useful. So I definitely recommend that. My third tip would be break the habits. If like me, you are very partial to checking Zara New In, ASOS New In, Topshop New In, you know the days new in things come in. So on Topshop I know it's a Tuesday till a Saturday. ASOS, I know when to check. It's really bad. I think if you can wean yourself off those habits, say when I go online I make myself a plan. So say I need to write a blog post, reply to emails, I will set myself time limits for those things. And that way I go online, do what I need to do, and I come off, and I'm not kind of distracted by flitting onto new sites. And I think it's getting out of that habit where you think, I don't need to be checking this every single day, and knowing that when you do, the temptation will be there because you're actively searching for new things. So I think if you can kind of break the habit, even with email, like newsletters, like stop checking those. I have an inbox where I kind of sign up to everything, like all my newsletters go into one inbox, and if I'm feeling a bit spendy, I'll check that, see if anyone's been like, hey, we missed you. I'm like, oh, thanks guys. But I really try and get out of that habit as well, because I know that if I look for those things, they'll come finding me, and if I can get out of that, I think that's really useful too. My fourth tip would be to consider your savings, and that is when I kind of have the outlook where I think I could have bought that but I didn't, I try and factor in how much I would have spent. For example, if I see a top on Topshop, I resist it and it's £35, I might make a note of that and then kind of add it up, and then you realise how much you're actually spending, because sometimes that's quite eye-opening in itself when you can add up all these little impulse purchases and think, oh my god, or when you check the pending on your bank statement and think, god, I didn't realise all those £40 or £20 added up to that amount. It actually shocks you into thinking that is how much I could be saving. And I think doing that, although it's kind of a bit boring, I'm very frugal, can be really useful if you are trying to save a certain amount of money a month. So doing that is really, really handy. And equally, just kind of making even a spreadsheet, and then you can kind of reward yourself at the end and think, do you know what? I saved that much by resisting those things, and now I can really think about it. My last tip would be allowing yourself things like diets or faddy things like that. If you've worked hard at something, you need to reward yourself. It doesn't mean going on a huge haul after saving a certain amount of money and kind of ruining your hard work, but equally, you know, if you've not bought anything for a month, see a top you really like, realise there's a gap for it in your wardrobe, girl, you treat yourself because you've earned it. And I think if you literally stop yourself buying anything, you will just want things more. So if you can literally start pulling back and thinking, hey, I don't need that, but that I do need, that is when you can start shopping more sensibly, whether that means, you know, shopping independently, shopping vintage, going to charity shops more, trying to be a bit more conscious and considered as well, all makes every bit of difference. So I definitely recommend that. And you can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. And that is that. There are a few blogs I also recommend checking out if you're in need of kind of making a capsule wardrobe, reorganising a wardrobe, or just wearing the pieces you already have. I'll pop links down below because there's some really good resources there that I've also been referencing. So I will send you in their direction if you do need a pinch of more inspiration. But if not, I really, really hope you enjoyed this video. It's a very short and snappy one, but I hope it's useful. I thought it'd be something slightly different, and it's more reflective of how I'm currently trying to be at the moment. So let's hope you enjoy it. That's a weird thing to say. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week.